Malala once said, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world." Education is significant in many aspects. Its impact is profound and permanent. We have seen that those with education have better opportunities and a higher income, tend to be in better health, and enjoy a higher quality of life. Education contributes to social stability, drives economic growth, and creates ripple effects on communities and countries. But what if I told you that education has an impact on the climate crisis as well? Undeniably. Because with education, we can better understand the threats facing the world, we have the potential to adapt, and we can make significant reductions on the impact of global warming. And today, when the planet is on the brink of a catastrophe brought about by climate change, education plays a more crucial role than ever. In late 2019, a coalition of more than 11,000 scientists around the world signed a declaration stating that our planet is in the midst of a climate emergency. They cite indicators like warming oceans, melting ice, and rising greenhouse gas emissions. And in suggesting solutions, besides curbing emissions and transitioning to plant-based diets, researchers said that the best thing people can do is to have fewer children. Because by having fewer children, the population growth can slow down considerably, reducing the toll on our resources and significantly impacting climate change. This is where education comes in. It's been shown that women who have completed their high school have 75 to 80% less children than women with lower levels of education. Because by educating girls, they become more valued for their skills and are better able to contribute to society. They also don't need to rely on having children to increase their wealth. But how do we curtail childbirth when girls who are supposed to be in school are married off early to become wives? And how do we educate them when they're tasked to walk for hours to fetch water or tend to the farms? Education is the bedrock upon which a sustainable future is built. But sadly, the system does not favor educating girls. Women all over the world have been marginalized for as long as anyone can remember. Our history tells the tales, and our current realities make it even more apparent. This is not a feminist claim. This is simply the truth, and I have seen it firsthand. It all started with a trip to Zhao in China, the place of my family's very roots. To get to know more about the community, I attended school for a day at one of the better local schools. Having come from a prestigious school in China back then, I must say that, as welcoming as the students and teachers were, the system concerned me. What I found most worrisome was not inside the school, rather outside. The truth lives on the field. A lot of those tending to the farms were children, and unfortunately, a disproportionate number of them were girls. In many cultures, it is the sons who carry a family's name, which makes them more deserving of an education so they can get a better future. So unfortunately, it is the girls who have to leave school to help in the house or the farm to save money so their brothers may go to school instead. This was heartbreaking to watch. Here I was, blessed by birth to have an unhindered access to education, and there they were, Girls just like me, maybe even younger, sacrificing their future and their potential by tending to the farm. It's not a secret that girls bear the brunt of most economic and social injustices. A study done by UNESCO in 2019 revealed that there are 129 million girls out of school today. Many reasons contribute to this: cost, gender bias, child labor, early marriage, and conflict, like war and violence, just to name a few. And as we contend to the challenges caused by climate change, it is undeniable that girls will suffer even more. In times of drought, families will withdraw girls from school to fetch water. When faced with economic stress, girls are married off to ease the burden of household resources. And when climate refugees are forced to relocate, makeshift schools prioritize boys instead of girls. These girls don't stand a chance. The education crisis is a fight for the long term, one that involves reformation on not one but multiple levels, a change in mindset from not one but multiple generations, and a commitment from not one but all communities and countries around the world. As founder of TEDxYouth Fund, a nonprofit organization that advocates for gender equality in education, I have spent hours writing blog posts and updating my website, speaking truth to power and raising awareness for this issue. Because I want all of us to champion this cause. Because we know that the fight for girls' education won't be won by girls alone. And so I call upon each and every one of you to engage. And there are two things you can do. The first thing you can do is to get involved. You can volunteer in educational programs, support education initiatives in low-income areas, or reach vulnerable and at-risk women's communities. And if you're really passionate about this cause, think about going overseas and teaching in one of these programs. The second thing you can do is to donate. Donate directly to organizations such as the Malala Fund, which works towards a future where every girl can learn and lead. The fund supports girls' education in Afghanistan, Brazil, Ethiopia, India, Pakistan, and many other countries by investing in advocacy and supporting professional development in education. Remember the 129 girls who are out of school? 3/4 of them are 12 years old or older. And 1 in 4 of them will never set foot in a classroom. These numbers are staggering and disturbing. We need all of us to recognize this problem and address it. Girls of today are agents of change, and we can't afford to hold them back. When girls have access to education, they're able to be more resilient in adapting to climate change, make decisions about childbearing, and contribute to the economy. Education gives women opportunities, and when women are empowered, they can create more sustainable businesses and incubate greener initiatives. Our climate is irreversibly changing at an unprecedented rate. We are in a situation of extreme urgency, never faced by humankind ever before. This is a collective crisis that involves a collective, not individual, solution. We need all of us to work together and spread awareness about climate change, about the importance of girls' education, and about how this gender and climate connection is something we need to invest in. We need to approach climate change, girls' education, and gender equality as a whole. And we need to do it now. Only then will we succeed in helping girls go to school, gain the skills and values they need, thrive in the green economy, and take action to achieve climate justice. Just as Malala very inspiringly said, give our youth educational opportunities. Give us a book, give us a pen, and together we will change the world. Thank you.